Betty!
Dat is de eerste proef.
Hi, I'm Valerie. I work as a secretary at Department of General Affairs. I hand over the bag to...
Hi, and my name is Joyce and I work for the Student Sports Center as an event manager. And I hand the bag to...
Hi, I am Tamara and I am project administrator for the Department of Finance and Control. I hand the bag over to...
Hi, I'm Sandra van Venrooy. I work at the front office of the real estate management department. And I'm handing over the bag to...
I'm Manu. I'm working as a secretary at the TUE Innovation Lab and I hand over the bag to...
I am Marielle Kruisinga and I'm a secretary at the Department of the Built Environment. And I hand over the bag to...
Hi, I'm Tom, aka Flamboy. I work as a facility officer at the Department of Internal Affairs. I hand over the bag to...
Hi, I'm Roel and I work at the Equipment and Prototyping Center. And I hand the back over to...
Hi, I'm Tamara de Bok and I'm working at the Faculty Industrial Engineering and Secretary for the examination committees.
Hi, I'm going to tell you something about how to listen mindfully. The first step is to shut up and listen. Focus on the other person. Most of the time, people want to talk, and the only thing you have to do is just be quiet. If they want your opinion, they will ask for it. Then put all your distractions away. So your cell phone, other noises in the room. Stay tuned by looking in the other's eyes. If it makes you uncomfortable, that's possible. Then just look away sometimes, but try to stay focused. Listen not only with your ears, but look also at the body language of the other person, the tone, facial expressions, etc. Notice what you see with the body language. Are there feelings that are different than from before the conversation? And do you feel sad, nervous, maybe frustrated? Take a few moments when you are in the conversation to summarize and reflect, like, I'm hearing what you say, and is it correct if I hear this? And then also don't be afraid to point out things they may not have noticed themselves. All right, I hope these tips have helped you feel like you are better equipped to be a mindful listener. Thank you.
Nivea. Niet invullen voor een ander. How not to fill in thoughts and emotions for another person. Simply because that doesn't work. You cannot see inside the other person's head and you don't know how they feel or what they think unless you ask them. During the workshop we discussed facts. What do you see? What is really there versus interpretations and assumptions. And thereby we showed that the exact moment that you're in a situation and something happens, in a split second, your mind is making up thoughts and also assumptions. We all are different persons, of course, and we also we can react differently in same situations. And we learned that that was because the way we were brought up, and also the things we experienced earlier and how we dealt with these situations and experiences. We also discussed the 5G model, situation, thought, feeling, behavior and consequence, and how to put the negative thoughts into positive and realistic helping thoughts. The most important conclusion of our workshop is, of course, to communicate. Ask people what they think and how they feel, and please don't forget to give feedback and also ask feedback in a proper way. And you will find out that things are not always what they seem.
obstacles on the way, or as we call in Dutch, beren op de weg. It was quite a challenge to make this presentation. For the presentation of the workshop we used PowerPoint. We learned that it's important to make contact, to interact with the people and to make sure they are all involved. We started with a PowerPoint and a funny movie about the theme. To engage them in the workshop we used a questionnaire by phone. After the questionnaire we had to split the group in 3 groups and gave them 20 minutes to discuss a case. After the 20 minutes we got the group together and asked all 3 groups what a possible solution could be. This creates another group discussion and shows that there are several ways to look at a problem and also several ways to solve this. What I learned personally from this tip challenge is to be more confident and to believe in myself.
One of our appointments during the tip training was to ask 10 people in your surroundings to write down 5 positive qualities of you. So we all asked colleagues, friends and family members to write down 5 qualities. And it was really nice to see that most of the people written down the same, so that you're always yourself in every environment. And it was very good for your self-confidence. So we decided to use this appointment also during our tip training day with the executives. So all of the tip members written down 5 qualities of their executive, and it was very well received.
Resistance in communication. We decided to use the Rose of Leary as a tool to break resistance in communication. The Rose of Leary is developed by a few scientists to get more insight in the behavior of people and to use it to get a better cooperation in, for example, teamwork. The Rose of Leary is actually a circle. On the vertical axis you find the dominant at the top, submissive at the bottom of the circle. When someone shows a lot of resistance and he or she is very dominant, you have to act more submissive yourself instead of being dominant too. On the horizontal axis, you find hostile on one end and positive at the other end. In resistant behavior, it helps when you act the same way as the other one to break the resistance. This is opposite to the vertical axis. So when the other person is more hostile, you will find him by acting hostile yourself. In all cases, it can take some time before the resistance is gone. But when you keep your behavior in the right way, the resistance will disappear and you can cooperate better together. Of course, this is a very short explanation and we used more examples in the workshop. We also asked our group members to fill in questions list to find out how they behave normally. Since we had to do the workshop online due to the coronavirus, we couldn't practice it like we planned originally, but we managed to do a short practice anyway. The reactions after our workshop were good. So we succeeded in giving a good workshop online.
During the TIP course, we organized a workshop about how to cope with resistance. In Dutch, it is called omdenken. How can you deal with a negative person? How can you make someone make a switch in their thinking? Or how can you make the switch yourself? The key is to make a fact from the problem, and that after that, a new possibility. So don't just focus on the problem. An example how it works. Every morning, Linda had stress and had to fight to her daughter to get her dressed. Until Linda realized that she could also let her daughter sleep in the clothes she had to put on the next day. In the evening, put on clean clothes, sleep, and get up the morning without any more worries. So no more struggle with getting dressed, just socks, shoes, and you're done. During this workshop, we had so many different cases to let the group switch their thinking. It was a big success. Here are some nice quotes to close up these positive insights from our workshop. There is an opportunity in every problem. If you have too much wind, you may cycle the wrong way. And you can try to stop the waves, but you better learn how to surf.
And at one point we had to make our footprint, like I just did with the welder. But This was a document that you can use like when you apply for a job. But instead of it telling what your qualifications are and what you can do, what your diplomas are, it tells you more what some qualities and traits of you as a person are, like what things make you super enthusiastic and how you function in a group, what you want from a group, stuff like that. So we had to make that, and then we sent it to Dan and Els, and of course we got a lot of good positive criticism back, so that we could make the documents a little bit better. So for a couple of people this went a bit to and fro, and for some a bit less. And the final result is that we all have a very nice and usable product that we can show people when maybe sometime in the future we apply for another job.
During one of our tip days, we've got the assignment to draw a lifeline. We were only allowed to use images and not words. Some of us drew an actual line, and some of us made a kind of painting. On these lifelines, we drew up the events in our lives that made big impressions, and that had a great impact on the persons we are today. We had to draw this within a time frame of 2 hours. First, we all struggled a bit with where to begin, but later on it was difficult to stop. When we finished, we had to present our lifeline to the other members of our group. It turned into an intense and also what emotional meeting. What I like most about this assignment is that we immediately created a bond as a group. The message I take with me from this is that nobody gets through life without any heartache or sorrow. And what you have been experiencing through life, passing of a loved one, mental health issues, or beautiful things like meeting the love of your life and having children, you're not alone. There's always someone who has been through the same thing as you did.
During TIP, we had to do several physical assignments, in which we have learned about our body movements and posture. One of the things that we've learned is the importance of our posture for our self-confidence. By doing different balance exercises, they made us aware about the standing position and what the effect is. We also learned how important our sitting position is in a conversation. Also, we had to do several walking exercises, in which we experienced the effect of our walking speed in a conversation and relationship to someone. In another simple game, we have learned how a standing position in a team can affect the balance of a whole team. By doing these assignments, we actually learned how small changes in your posture and movements can not only affect your self-confidence, but also the conversation and relationship with other people.
Dear all, welcome to my home office. As you all know, we are working from home since the corona crisis reached us. Due to the corona crisis, we were forced to fix our group mission in an online work environment. Before the corona crisis reached us, it was the plan to plan an English week offline, and it would have looked like this. On Monday, our project group is present in Atlas to draw attention to the English language policy. Lucia cards with English sayings are distributed at the stall. People can participate in the competition and submit their answers in the letterbox. During the lunch break, 4 people from Doppio are also present as bellboys, and they'll travel by lift in the North and South Hall of Atlas and speak to the people in a fun way. They will also hand out flyers with the English Week program. On Tuesday, during the lunch break, 4 people from Doppio are present to perform a play by Shakespeare. In the Energy Forum, Enter the Now will provide a mindfulness break between 1 and 1:30 with an English touch. English poems will be read during the mindfulness break. On Wednesday, Footloose will provide a flash mob in the form of an English waltz. This will be performed in Atlas. On Thursday, a video booth will be available all day in the Central Hall to film your own tongue twisters. On Friday, short films will be shown in the Blauwe Zaal.
As Anouk just told you, we had to adjust our plans from an offline to an online week. And I am going to show you what those plans are. To lower the threshold of speaking English, we made it a fun week. Every day you will find a tongue breaker and a newsletter with what this week will bring you. On Tuesday, we will show you a video in which you notice that if you do your best, you will understand each other always. Wednesday, a mindfulness break is planned. It would be nice if you can join that program. On Thursday, you can win a prize by solving a crossword puzzle, and then we already reached the last day of this English week. On Friday, we will send you a link for an evening with typical English movies. We hope you enjoyed it.
She sells seashells on the seashore. She sells seashells on the seashore.
She sells seashells at the seashore. She sells seashells at the seashore.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Can you can a can as a kenner can a can? Can you can a can as a kenner can a can?
We surely shall see the sunshine soon. We surely shall see the sunshine soon.
The 33 thieves thought that they thrilled the throne throughout Thursday. The
33 thieves thought that they thrilled the throne throughout Thursday. The 33 thieves thought that they thrilled the throne throughout Thursday.
The best experience I've had with TIP was the group and its dynamics.
The experience and this group, I wouldn't have missed it for the world. We completed each other.
What amazed me the most was the reaction at the last TIP training. We got feedback of how we growed in the last 9 months, and it wasn't clear to me at first that I have made such a progress in these months. But my fellow tippers saw it, and also Dan and Els.
It was a great experience, and I learned a lot from it, and I learned a lot in different ways. Positive things, but also negative things.
My best experience with the TIP group was meeting my co-workers from the other places at TUE and forging friendships with them. It was really nice to meet these people, and I would like to thank them all individually. You're all really cool, really nice people, and thank you for the experience.
Stay positive. Due to Corona and other struggles that we experienced regarding our group assignment, project assignment, we have eventually found a way to bring back the positive energy and to turn it into something really nice, our English week.
Getting out of your comfort zone, the group, and the inspiring part. You get inspired by the coaches, but definitely also a lot of inspiration from the group.
What TIP stands for: getting out of your comfort zone, meeting great new people, seeing yourself in a different light, making your network bigger, and having a lot of fun. For all the new tippers, just do it and enjoy the ride.
Sometimes you will think, what is the purpose of this exercise, or what can I do with it? But eventually it will become more clear, and it's up to you what you want to do with it.
You just got to pull through and do it and go for it. Make use of the network that you already have. People will be prepared to help you. You will find that out. And also find out that doors will open when you least expect it. So stay positive and just enjoy it.
What I would like to say to next year's tippers is, just do it. Yes, you will encounter yourself. Yes, it sometimes will be hard. Yes, it is very exciting to meet a new group of people and place yourself within that group, but it's all worth it.
It's all about teamwork. Just do it!